In the chaos of a closing transfer window, decisions get rushed and headlines get written before reality settles, and for Fermin López, that whirlwind became a public test of identity. A few matches into the season, he announced himself with a standout performance, a brace that signalled he was more than a promising name on a sheet. He had begun to belong to Barcelona's present, not just its future. That visibility made him inevitable fodder for late offers and late rumours. Chelsea emerged as one of the loudest suitors, pressing hard and sparking stories that a move could happen in the final hours. But the reality was quieter and more complicated. Offers were examined, options discussed, and in the end, the kid who grew up idolising Barça chose to remain. That choice, framed by loyalty and by a club that historically builds from within, felt like a vote of confidence for the player and for the academy that raised him. Yet football is a game of momentum, and momentum is fragile. Within days of that transfer drama, the narrative shifted. A psoas muscle issue in his hip cropped up in training, and while medical staff stress the problem is manageable, the prognosis is the same for now, roughly 3 weeks on the sidelines. 3 weeks is neither an eternity nor nothing. For a young player who has just broken through, those weeks can interrupt rhythm, stunt the accumulation of confidence, and open space for speculation. For a club that declined interest from a deep-pocketed rival to keep him, the injury raises questions that are as tactical as they are emotional. How will Xavi and his staff manage his return? Who fills the void in the interim? And can the team protect a fragile upward trajectory? The human story behind those questions is what really matters. Fermin's path to the first team was not a straight line. He had an early approach from Barça as a child, a moment his family weighed, and later a decisive move into La Masia that demanded sacrifices and resilience. He recalls the tears, the homesickness, the camaraderie that kept him going. A loan away from Barcelona to a lower division club was once interpreted as a setback, but it hardened him. Instead of fading from view, he used the experience to retool his mentality and return with renewed hunger. Back at Barça, close friendships with teammates, Gavi, Pedri, Balder among them, have built a support network that helps ground him amid headlines and pressure. Rumours of friction in the dressing room have surfaced before in football. They are louder when young stars are involved. Fermin has been clear about the reality. Bonds inside the squad are strong, even if outside voices try to create division. That maturity, the ability to accept praise and survive criticism, is part of why the club and the player chose continuity over a late transfer. On the tactical level, Fermin brings a particular profile. Technical comfort in tight spaces, an eye for late runs, and an ability to link midfield and attack in the pattern Barcelona prizes. Those attributes make him valuable in Xavi's system, but they also require game time to refine and confidence to bloom. The next 3 weeks, then, become a crucial micro-season. Medical rehabilitation will be measured in clear steps: pain control, targeted strengthening, controlled returns to training, and then finally match minutes. Each of those phases carries risk and hope. If the recovery is smooth and the club integrates him carefully, Fermin could return sharper, more aware, and better equipped to handle spotlight and scrutiny. If mishandled, those same 3 weeks could slow the momentum that convinced Barça to keep him rather than cash out. For fans, this is a narrative of loyalty tested by misfortune. For coaches and sporting directors, it's a logistical problem with long-term implications. Have you invested enough in a homegrown talent to accept short-term pain for potential future payoff? For Fermin, the calculus is personal: physical recovery, mental resilience, and the constant work of proving that staying was the right decision. The wider implication is about Barcelona's identity: a club that sells or a club that cultivates. In a football economy where offers arrive like temptations, every retained talent becomes a statement about strategy and identity. The player's story so far: La Masia arrival, a formative loan, a breakthrough, offers from abroad, and now a small but meaningful injury, captures that tension perfectly. In the coming weeks, we will watch training reports, roster decisions, and perhaps a cautious return. But beyond the schedule and the headlines, the real story is the one about a young footballer navigating choices and setbacks while carrying the weight of expectation. If he comes back ready, the decision to stay will read like foresight. If not, it will be a chapter in a longer, unpredictable career. Either way, the drama of the window is over. The real test of recovery, of development and of club conviction is only just beginning.